you're doing the job while doing the job. So trade that off so I can use you. So other people can see what I put inside of you. Trade that off. Man, you got too much. You got so much leadership qualities. Stop messing with this. Stop messing with him. Trade that off.
That's crazy.
Girl, you got too much stuff inside of you. Stop doing that. Trade that off. Stick with this person right here. Build with this man right here. Let that other man go. Officially let him go so you can build right here, because it's something I got for both y'all. Trade that crap off. Let's go. Stop playing.
The B2S Podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop Motivated Apparel and grab yourself some Motivated Apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? Hey, man, this your boy Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Chef Motivator. Hey, man, once again, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to the new episode of the Blueprint to Success Podcast, man. We're excited about being with y'all tonight, man. We got another live one for you on tonight. So, y'all know how it is. Y'all know what it do, man. Hey, man, y'all give it up to my brother here, man. He's on my left, your right, man. My brother from another mother, man. Y'all give it up for Alxndr Hall.
What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? What's up?
What's up, man?
I'm coolin', man.
What's
another
up,
week, another week in the bag, you know.
Little Snoop.
Making some adjustments, you know what I'm saying? Making some adjustments, staying focused, staying prayed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Yeah. Y'all know where we going next, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all give it up for this guy right here. My right, your left. My brother from the same mother, man. Y'all give it up for Boy Wonda.
Come on, man.
Big bag.
Black.
There you go.
You see that black?
Big bag. You stupid, man.
Come on, man.
You never know who you gonna get.
You never
Well,
know.
you just never know who gonna show up on.
You stupid.
Purified drinking water, drink it down.
You stupid, man.
What's up, y'all, man? You know how
Why you
do it.
stupid?
You sound just like Booster too, man. Come on, Black.
What you doing?
You know, I'll be watching his mannerisms here. I'll be like, yeah, come on, man.
Come
You
on.
know, y'all know he's supposed to be here, right?
Huh?
Y'all know he's supposed to be here, right?
Yeah.
Him and Jeezy.
Like him. Yeah, him
Yeah,
and
him
Jeezy.
and Jeezy.
Jeezy, yeah.
There he go.
Blueprint to success.
You stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I was watching the interview on Jeezy the other day.
Uh-huh.
I
Hey,
want to
this
say
guy,
he
man.
was on. I want to say.
Mhm.
I think he was on Big Boy in Neighborhood. I could be wrong. Don't come for me. But Jeezy, he's solid, bro. Jeezy a real hustler and he real business oriented, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he was telling his story about what he been through with Motivation 101 and the stuff that he been through and stuff like that, and how he got into real estate and stuff like that. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. His message
And he been
changed.
drop a book too. I mean, I know he not, you know, but he been drop a book. I was thinking about copping his book.
Yeah. As he matured, his message changed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's grown a lot
Yeah.
over the
for
years.
sure.
A lot.
Yeah. I watched a couple interviews with him. That's what
he's
kind
solid.
of
Bro.
yeah. That's what growth will do to you.
Yeah.
That's what growth will do to you.
Causes you to grow up, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's funny, man, because when I was out there, I had stopped by the school to check on the kids today. So, when I was telling you, I got into a long conversation with him. So he's like, man, preach, man. Just man, I really appreciate you, man. How you spend time with us, man. You come out, hang out with us, and like, man, I learned something from every time we talk, man. Like, you know, and I was like, yeah, man. I said, that's what growth would do to you. I said, but I appreciate it. I said, you know what, man? I ought to put that on the T-shirt.
Yeah,
I said, because it looked good on you. I said, God, dog, I need to put that on the T-shirt. Growth look good on you.
Yeah, for sure.
And to my left, this is the Shift Motivator.
Yeah, yo, please ask how he doing.
Yes.
I ain't doing nothing.
Byron, how you doing, Byron?
I ain't doing nothing. That's how I'm doing. I ain't doing nothing. Don't ask me.
Y'all trying to get me cussed out after y'all trying to get me cussed out.
Oh man.
After the podcast.
Oh
I'm
man.
trying to be stress-free.
Oh, I tell you what though, it's just it's interesting going, you know, doing all this leg working behind the scenes stuff, man. Whew. I swear.
It's a lot.
If you're looking to build, get at your boy. Get at your boy.
You know what Nipsey said? Nipsey the Great. He said something on the lines of, if it's supposed to feel heavy, like it's supposed to, like when you start living love, y'all don't come for me, you know what I'm saying, but it's supposed to feel like, it's supposed to stretch you when you start leveling up, like it ain't supposed to be comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's supposed to stretch you, so
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, man. That's what I always say, man. I don't care what you doing, man. It's always going to be something about what you do that you're not going to like. Even the things that you pass, you're not going to be passionate about everything about your journey 100,000%. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I hate doing administrative, bro. Hate is a strong word, but I hate doing administrative work. I do.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, but that's the price you got to pay, man, until you get to that point. So I'm actually looking, I dibbling dabbling, just kind of looking at like researching virtual assistants and stuff like that. So yeah, trying to get this nonprofit, just trying to at least get the foundation of the paperwork down, and then I can build from there.
Yeah,
because dealing with kids is a different avenue, and that's the first part that I'm gonna bring out. It's the mentorship program. So trying to get that down, because you got to do background checks and stuff like that with the mentors.
Exactly.
How far low you trying to go with the mentors? I mean, not low, but like, are you trying to just do high school, or are you trying to like tap into the elementary?
No, mine is more so middle school on up.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but depending upon the need, I mean, it's stretchable. So the vision is stretchable. So you can always have your preference, but when there's a need and you got a heart for the need, then you make room for the need. You know what I'm saying? So it's just pretty much basically taking my character and infiltrating it into the nonprofit world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shift motivated shifting. So this is my plan. This is my idea. But as you start moving and pieces start coming together, like this direction, I had no intention on going, but God did.
God did.
It's like I wake up one morning, he just started downloading and changed my whole mission and vision. But it's just, I ain't trying to like kill it, we're trying to be perfect, but it's just the things that I know, certain documentation, things like that's everything that I'm working on behind the scenes. So that way, when we, do our meeting, here's a little packet, look over the information. If you're interested, these are the next step type deal. And then preferably people that catch the vision or want to come along and help out. So like I said, if y'all want to build, get at your boy.
Yeah. For sure.
So, yeah. So, looking for volunteers, and then also, stuff that's going to be actually lead into paid positions and stuff like that as we get established. So, because we serious about this thing, man, trying to get all the resources that we can to the community. Yeah. So from socio-economic development to housing the homeless to professional development, empowerment, youth mentorship, women empowerment, men empowerment, it's going to be a hub for the whole community, for family. So we're going to have something for the men, something for the women, and something for the kids. From personal development to skills development to, try to help transition those skills into jobs, Oh, dog, I got to tell y'all this, man. So, we got the back to school badge coming up.
Right.
So, we're going to actually have some of the local colleges come in and share their program with the audience. So
That's cool.
Yeah. So the whole idea was, and I know we're going to be done had it by the time this is aired. So, but the whole idea is you're not just coming here to grab a book bag and then leave, because that's what most people do.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how a lot of them are set up, really. Mm-hmm. So I was like, nah, what else can we do? What can we provide for the community? So I was like, well, shoot. Okay, they're really trying to get it, because the schools do it. They do career day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they bring the colleges out there and stuff like that. So why can't we do it?
Yeah.
So basically that's what we're going to do. So we connected. I got a couple of, and I forgot about some of the schools. So went by, what is it, Southern Tech, right there in Auburndale?
Yeah. Water Street, yeah.
Yeah. Bro, they got a dope program, dog. When you're looking at the building from the outside, it just looked like a regular building. But when you go in there, they made very good use of their space.
Mm-hmm.
In which basically they have a medical program, welding program, have an HVAC program, and it's one more other program I can't think of, but they got 4 programs that they're running out of that place. And they have over a 90% success rate of job placement.
They have a information tech program, something like that. Because it's a guy, my bro Jesus, he a transporter.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he go there and he was trying to get the job to pay for it.
Yeah, bro, it's dope, man. So they actually gonna be coming out. They're gonna be one of the vendors.
That's cool.
So I forgot, because we went to the big schools around here. Polk State's gonna be here, of course. Polk State,
for sure.
And then I reached out to. We forgot, because I had one of the youth parents helping out, and we completely forgot about Wilbur Warner and South Tech.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just stopped by, walked in there, and just so happened he was in the meeting, but he was like, you got a couple minutes? I was like, yeah, I got some minutes. So I sat there and waited for about 10, 15 minutes. He came out. So we talked. He asked me, how can I help him? So I told him what I was trying to do. He's like, check this calendar. He said, that's actually, yeah, we can do that. So he gave me a tour of the facilities, man, and real cool dude, man. And he said, I'll make sure I have somebody out there for you. And he said, what else you need? And it's like, man, y'all you can just come here and get a book bag, gonna change a moment, but information gonna change your life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I say it may be an adult that may be contemplating going back to school, but they just need that extra push to change their career or better their career. So it's like, you're not just gonna come here and grab school supplies and then leave.
Right.
Because all that stuff gonna be clamped down. It's like we're gonna pass them out at a certain time. So either you can come in here and take part of the festivities, or not. It's up to you. Mm-hmm. That's just how it is. Because we're gonna structure it where they come into the sanctuary. We're gonna have activities. We're gonna give stuff away. Let the colleges talk about their stuff. The last email that I got from Mr. Tinsley is a good possibility that he could be here. So then he can answer some questions about business, entrepreneurship, and stuff like that, being a pillar in that area. So we're excited about it, and I think it's something that we definitely I'm probably just gonna go ahead and make it an annual thing now, and then definitely plan more in advance next year.
Yeah, food.
Get some more stuff going. That's what we talked about. We ain't sure yet. And that's one of the things they got asked about. You're like, man, I want to do something somebody else ain't doing. You got hot dogs?
We do now.
and then one of the other my sponsors, she comes to the church. She supports us, but she goes to another ministry. And but she'll come and visit us sometime. And I've done some work for her. And she was like saying the same thing, like, we can bring some hot dogs. So I was like, well, let me check, because I was trying to keep it down to a limit as far as like, food and stuff like that. So I'm trying to keep it real simple, but I ain't trying to stifle nobody that wants to help either. So I said I'll get back with them on it. So, but yeah, man, it was dope, man. Yeah, it was dope taking that little tour with Mr. White.
That's good.
Yeah. And the fact that they have, he told me the exact number, but I remember it being over 90%. But it pretty much the students that complete their program, is over 90% that they get placed with a job.
Wow, that's a great success rate.
Yeah, they got.
That's good. Yeah.
They ain't playing with it.
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't playing with it. And then he said a lot of times they have to intern. So a lot of times the places that they intern, actually, if they do a good enough job, they actually offer them a job.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, wow.
Y'all hear that?
So it's like trying to do something different, man. It's like,
Yeah.
now what can we do to actually, help the community a little bit more, versus just coming in, grabbing a bag and then leaving, or jumping in the bounce house for
X
a couple minutes, X amount of minutes, and then grabbing the bag and leaving. Like, nah, let's do that. So everybody liked the idea, so that's what we did.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
Yep. So DJ gonna be here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have the DJ pumping the music, and then had a couple bounce houses and snow cone machine, popcorn machine.
I ain't had snow cone with a second, boy.
Man, shoot, snow cone right up the road. No, man, me and the wife go there constant.
Snow cone? I'm about to hit them.
Busting.
Yeah.
Busting. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's right up the road.
I
think it's one not too far from where you stay. I think they got one over there. I can't think of the name of the business, right?
It's called Pelican, right?
Pelicans, yeah.
Pelican.
Yeah. I think it's one in a small building somewhere nearby you.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, Pelicans be busting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just somebody real quick.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much what I've been up to, man. Just
That's good.
planning for that, and I had to send some more proposals out this week, so we'll see what happened with that.
Okay.
And so keeping them fingers crossed. To get that green light to get that check.
Oh yeah, that's see, we crossing everything, toes.
Hey,
everything.
I'm trying to cross my body if I can.
Yeah, let's just
Cross that organ. Cross.
yeah. Let's
We got the green light. Say. Let's go.
Get them air horns. Get them ready.
Yeah, they dropped that check for sure.
Let's go.
Parachute that bad boy. Yeah, for sure.
That part.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, bro, let me ask you something.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope, straight up.
Yeah.
Now.
When you do that, bro, you're like, I don't even know if I want it.
Yeah, because he be coming up. Y'all think
You come from the house, he come from the porch.
he come from the front porch.
Well,
Got the whole house covered.
Yeah.
side window was open. I just crawled on in. Glory to God.
Stop leaving the key under the mat.
I use it. But man, the things that you have going on, which is great. And it leads to one of the topics of the discussion where we'll be going in on tonight. Man, what traits could you look back in hindsight and say, I had these type of traits, but when I started moving in this direction, I got these type of traits. So what traits that you could see within yourself that you learned that you didn't know back then, before really get into your purpose and get involved with what you do?
Bro, oh dang. You just led right into that. Shots fired.
Yeah, he just, yeah.
It's funny you start off with that. So, before we got started, I was on the phone with Coach Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a couple podcasts he listened to, and I was just one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which, shout out to Coach T, man. So,
Coach T.
which I had told y'all once we get to the point we start having guests on, I definitely want to have him on.
Yeah.
Because he's very impactful, man. I love that guy. Yeah, but he was like, man, he knows some people that that started podcasts, and they're not doing them no more for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, man, preach, man. He said, man, you consistent, dog. And a lot of people that know me say that. And so and that's I'm big on that, because at the end of the day, you can start something, and if you don't finish, and then you're known for starting stuff and not finishing stuff, that's a bad trait you don't want to have.
Yeah.
So no matter how small you start or no matter how big something, can have the ability to be, you're not looking at that as the final destination.
Right.
Can I be consistent in what I'm producing? So if I'm going to produce a good product, can I be consistent in producing that product? So I don't want, put it this way. I don't want the Sunday morning Christian and then you doing everything else Monday through Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's like, can you be consistent in what you bring to the table? So I can definitely say that's one of the traits. That's one of the traits that I can say that I've developed over time more.
Yeah.
Knowing the importance of it once I got into community work, community involvement, learning certain things of that nature, dealing with people on a whole nother scale. So and just learning how to build relationships. It's just like I can say that is a very, very important key, because if you are not reliable, how can you expect people to depend on anything you have to offer?
Exactly. If you're not reliable, you're not relatable. Period.
That's tweetable. Hey, tweet that. Somebody tweet that. If you're not reliable, you're not relatable. Yeah, you gotta look at it, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
I even thought about it when we started the podcast. Like, how long are we gonna be able to do this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, like, man, are we gonna get like 15 episodes in or something? We gotta, because of the way we're set up right now.
Right.
And so we're just, doing what we can with what we got.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all what it boils down to. So, but in maybe not having the best at what you think you can have or what you should have, can you still be consistent in it?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because even what you're saying there, like, okay, we don't know how long we'll be able to do this within this setting, right? Because you see bigger things. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference from that and shifting and letting your followers know, like, hey, we kind of going in a different direction, versus just don't get no answer. No, you just stopped. You just fell off the grid. Like, wait, where's Waldo?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. So I don't even see ourselves within that category just because I consider
exactly. Nah. Because I'm already, it's like, okay, well, once we if it comes to that point, it's like, okay, well, we got to just pretty much try to figure out how can we do mobile.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you may be doing a show cross country somewhere. I may be speaking somewhere else, and you may be doing something as ministry or show cross. We can all be in 3 different states at one time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so it's like, well, okay, we got to buy this, we got to buy that, we got to do.
Yeah.
So it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's making that adjustment. You know what I'm saying? And I just something it just stuck with me, man. It's like I got to be reliable, man. If I don't be anything else, I'm gonna be reliable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be reliable. And then, but here's the thing too, reliability relates to your resourcefulness. So I talked about that on the last podcast, about the three things that I listed for the online magazine that I got interviewed for.
Right.
Yeah.
And I talked about being resourceful. So it kind of leads into that, because if you can rely on me, then that means I can be resourceful towards you or for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put myself in a position to be, if I don't have the exact thing of what you need, I can kind of steer you on where to go, because I'm relatable.
Exactly.
And now you can trust me, and I'm consistent with the things that I'm producing. And so now it puts me in a different category.
It does. And separates you apart from the rest.
Exactly.
Makes you stand out more.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a lot of times, and I try not to do it in a condescending way. So when I'm asking you, like, especially like when I'm mentoring kids, so it's like, what are you going to do to separate yourself? Okay, especially the athletes. Me and you, we same height, same build, same speed, same athletic ability. What is going to separate me from you? Well, and this is what man, I'm gonna work hard. Okay, he is too. Give me something else.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to prick and pump something. Like, no, you gotta give me something. Give me a custom trait. Give me something that's different. What's customized from you? Everybody got traits, and a lot of people got a lot of the same traits. But what is customized that I'm getting from you that's going to allow me to draft you or pick you over the next person? You got to give me something different than I'm just going to work hard. Because the next man working hard too.
Yeah.
Because that's going to, you know what I'm saying? That's going to come out. My work ethic. Okay, well, he got good work ethic too. Give me something different. Can I trust you in the media with my brand? How you gonna answer that? So you know that's what I'm trying to. So and not just the kid, but people that I mentor. I'm not called a shift motivator for no reason.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to shift the trajectory of your life by allowing you to see through a different perspective lens. And so, but I got to ask the hard questions, and I got to play devil's advocate because I'm asking myself the same thing. What's gonna allow somebody to bring me in and speak to their audience versus calling the next dude?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking you the same thing I'm asking myself because I have to put myself in a different category than somebody else.
Exactly.
What's the residue that's going to be left behind when I leave?
Or what's going to like? I'm just saying because you got me.
Go ahead, dog. I see the wheel turning. I see the wheel turning.
It's not really turning. It's just we vibing, we kicking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for the people who don't play sports. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's gonna set your relationship with this person different from the last one?
Yep. That's good. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's
really good.
So what's gonna set this school year aside from the last school year?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? For for us 9-to-5ers, you know what I'm saying? What's gonna set this week apart from last week's work week? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is the exclusiveness at?
Right.
Where is it at?
Right.
That has to be on the table.
Right.
At all times.
Right. Exclusivity. Yeah.
Where's the exclusiveness at?
Yeah.
Where is it at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's if you are dealing with me the same way you deal with him, and the same way you deal with him, and the same way you deal with them, you are not exclusive.
At all.
You're not exclusive.
Nope.
There has to be some variation on how you deal with him and him and him. It got to be some variation, guy, on how you deal with her. If you're dealing with her the same way you deal with her, the same way you deal with her, you're not exclusive, bro. You're giving everybody the same thing.
That's it. There's nothing different.
And if you can't be set aside if you're doing the same thing the same way everybody else is doing. So where is the exclusiveness at?
Right. Exactly.
Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
Right.
Question mark. I think that's major. When you it's a difference when you go to Publix and when you go to Walmart.
Big difference.
Huge difference.
It's a huge difference. I love that analogy. Keep going.
It's a humongous difference when you go to Publix and when you go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Publix is like they the same grocery store. You can walk in Walmart, you can walk in Publix.
Yeah.
Yep.
But when you walk in Publix, you feel like
you paying for that experience.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When you
First
walk
class.
when you go to Sam's Club, before you enter the door, the old lady be in the front with the card, be like, "Can I see your card?" Exclusive. You can't even buy nothing from Sam's Club if you ain't got your card with you.
Exactly.
And they don't even care if you got somebody else's card, as long as you got a card.
Shout out to Sam's Club.
Shout out to Sam's Club.
Would you like to sponsor?
Hey, cuz, I can hold your card. What? Man, buy me some juice, man, while you're in there. You got my card, bro. Give me some juice. I'm just saying, like, where's the exclusiveness at? Like, you are doing yourself injustice if you're dealing with me and him the same way. You're looking really bad out here in these streets. If you're dealing with them the same way, you're looking really bad in these streets. If you're working the same, if you're coming to work with the same mind frame all the time, that's not good. You're not gonna get nothing different out of it.
Nope.
And you need people like you in your life to help you shift that up.
Yeah.
Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
That's real good.
You have to be. People want to feel like they are important.
Yeah, exactly.
People and let me just.
People want to be a part of something that's bigger than them.
Let me say this real quick. People not dumb, bro.
No.
Right.
Oh, we not stupid. No, we can tell. Like, I know, I can tell. I can tell. I might not say nothing, but I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell when you're trying to give me sloppy seconds. No, bro. Like, where's the exclusiveness at? Stop playing with me. Stop playing. You can't be giving yourself the same version of yourself to different people. When you might want that. Who wants that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for instance, your relationship with me, I know you love me. I'm your little brother.
Right.
I love you too. But, comma, let's keep it.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Your relationship with Dub is different from your relationship.
Right.
It's supposed to be different.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's supposed to be. But at hindsight, it's different, but it's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But y'all have an exclusive blood tie. We having it, so it's different, bro. So you have, where is the exclusiveness at? People want to feel like they're important, and you can't be giving yourself, overextending yourself, giving yourself the same version of yourself to different people. Right. You're looking really bad out here. So we have to be mindful of how we're doing our rejuvenation with our minds, how we're spending our downtime, and being able to point out what we need to point out so we can restruct those things. So when we go into a workplace or relationship or dealing with people, that we giving them something completely different. You know what I'm saying? That's one major strong character trait, making somebody feel like they're worth it, bro.
That's it. And you right there, boy. That is a character trait. Yeah.
Making them feel like they're worth it. People will bend their back for you. If you make them, if not make them feel like they're worth it, but you let them know they're worth something. That's very important, bro.
But you know what? It's hard for somebody to do that don't even value themselves.
That's true.
Because like even with our genuine relationship and brotherhood, like when you find somebody that got the same trait, you will treat that you'll have that exclusivity. Yeah. And it'll be the same in a different way, but because there's a next level of exclusivity to that, that there's an understanding that okay, there's value here. But and this is what it really boiled down to, bro. Like people don't value people anymore. Treat them as throwaways. Right. If I can't get nothing from it, what I need you for? Right. You know what's another trait? Toxic trait. That there's so many traits that you can acquire and obtain, but it's up to you to decipher what it is that you're gonna portray. What type of person you want to be? You want to be a person that, hey, I can't go to this person, can't trust them. They always talking about me, this, that, and the third. They ain't got nothing going on. It's like people don't want to be used just to be used, bro. Let's go to the definition, right? So a trait is a characteristic pattern of behavior or conscious motive which can be self-assessed or assessed by peers. The term type is used to identify a certain collection of traits that make up a broad general personality classification. So what's your personality like? I remember I was talking with Key, Strike Wife, last night, and she said something that really blessed me. Like, she was just like, don't change. Like, continue being you. Being you has gotten you so far. And I'll never forget, like, when I first met her, we was at the Flavor Fest. And I'm just looking at, bro, like, people just looking at her, kind of struggling with getting her stuff. She got a lot of stuff. They just watching her just, and then they just go in. Wow. Like, I was like, let me go and help her real quick. It's just like, hey, what's up? I was like, I'm Boy Wonda. Hey, I'm Key. You know, she was doing the Virtuous networking, which what she does in Jacksonville when she was there. And she was like, thank you. And we were pretty much in the same section. We was like, man, we hope we can be seen because we way in the back. You know? We hope people come back. That's crazy. Glory to God. I hope we come back. And And
You crazy, boy.
never forget. Love you, Pastor Tommy. There's levels to that.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
But that very moment and taking the initiative to see value in her, like in the stuff that she had, I was like, I know she has something to offer. So it's just like, nobody is about being genuine no more. Nobody is about being nice or doing something without expecting anything in return.
Right.
And look at the long friendship we had since then.
Right.
So it's been about 13 years. So I've known her longer than I've known Strike, but it was kind of within the same time frame.
Right.
But it's just like, look at the relationship that led to it.
Right.
Like Strike is like my other brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just people don't understand when you have a lot to offer on the inside of you, man, and the opportunities that can come with that, and that you can acquire and obtain if you're not selfless, if you're not selfish, if you're more selfless. And like even with you, like the things that you do with your shift motivation, with you, with your music, with my music, like bro, like we just selfless. Like we want to see us move as a whole. Nobody ain't really on that type of thought time.
Yeah. You got. Well, those are like your 1%ers that are, some are hidden, and then some of them you may know about. You know what I'm saying? Like
hidden gems.
And to piggyback on what you just said, man, I just recently listened to something, and it was Myron Golden.
Man, he is.
Shout out Myron.
Dude said,
shout out
bro,
Myron,
and I never heard it because I've only, heard it in a way that I could explain it, but it wasn't on the way, man. Because of what you said about change, when you said don't change.
Right.
And I used to hear that, I'm like, why not change? You're not growing if you're not changing. Man, that joker said there's a difference between change and growth.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Dang. Shots fired.
Yeah, for sure. People changing, ain't no growing. Ain't no growth, boy.
I said, yeah, and then it was in reference to like what he was saying. He was like, don't change because you're kind, you're considerate, you're this, you're that, you're that, you're da. But the growth is the experience that you have from the things that you from how you expand and different things like that.
And
so
evolve,
I was like, man, that just kind of shot everything that I thought the pieces.
Confetti.
And it's like, yeah, because when it goes back to consistency, when I was talking about, when it goes back to being consistent, it's like you're consistent at the intangibles, I would say.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the intangibles get swept under the rug now with the way society is moving. Because, like you said, if it don't benefit me, if I can't profit off it, I don't want nothing to do with it. And it's sad to see society going in that direction. You can only imagine what the world gonna look like 10 years from now.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, it ain't gonna dictate who I am. God dictates who I am, and I live by His guidelines. So it's and when you are in a space and you see the difference that you make, then that's when you have to make sure that you stay in a position of humility.
Yeah.
Because when you see the impact that you make or made, then you have to keep yourself in that place of consistency of remaining humble and not getting what we call the big head.
Big head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's easy too, boy.
It's real easy,
really
especially when you know that you're sharpening your gift or you're sharpening your trait, you're sharpening your character. Because it's even when I was doing insurance, man, it was like I went home a couple times and I told my wife, I said, boy, and I even told my manager, I said, boy, thank God I'm an honest person. I think when this was back, when you used to, go to everybody's house and collect the insurance premiums and stuff like that. So, man, I have had elderly people just give me their checkbook. Like, here, write the, I don't know, you know what I owe. Here, write the check.
Yeah.
How much I need? Here, you write it. I'll just sign it. I say, man, thank God I am an honest person.
For real. You know how many people are just racked up and
take it. You know what I'm saying? But even just to for people to feel comfortable for you to do that, you know what I'm saying? He was like, well, Mike, that just that kind of just shows you what type of individual that you are, because everybody ain't gonna do that for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to look at the situation where I don't know what you're into. We don't know what you're into, but like bro said, Alexandr, like what the relationship that you got. Don't be looking at other people's relationship and desiring their relationship. Desire your own.
Because it's gonna choke yours out, and
that's good, yeah.
It's gonna like it's going to rock bottom choke your relationship out, and you have to be. I'm not no relationship guru. I'm just saying. You have to be like anchored where you're at,
right?
If you have, cause a lot of people dub you like a unicorn. You are.
Ain't no such thing as a unicorn.
You like
I'm real, Damon.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not too many. It's not too many. It is people who don't have children yet. But it's not too many people. And honestly, recently I've been running across people who don't have children, and it make you be like, hold on, but lately they've been balling. I'm talking about speeding off at the red light, all type of junk, Hellcats, all type of junk. They, they're doing their thing, but not like people don't have children. So, if for the people who do got children, and you're in relationships with people who do have children, and you have to deal with the fathers or the moms, one thing that's for sure. The door needs to be 1,000% closed and locked, and with a blackout curtain in front of it. And you have to be anchored to where you're at. You can't be dibbling dabbling. You can't have no feelings. Exactly. You can't have none of that. That have to be the umbilical cord. It got to be cut and severed and buried. No casket. Just dig a hole and drop it in there, and just push the dirt on top of it.
For real.
No casket. It don't get a proper burial.
Then he said, put some more soil on top of it.
Give it a proper burial.
No proper burial. Just dig a little hole.
I need clothes. No, you don't.
Drop it in there, cover the dirt, and just stomp on it.
Oh Lord.
For real.
The B2S Podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to stop your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
For real. For real.
Oh, Lord.
For real. That's what they gotta be.
Yes, sir, coach.
Yeah. That's
yes, sir.
It has to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
That's what it has to be. Like, you have to be where you're at 100%.
Yeah, you got to use. You can look. Because what you do, you look at principles and you establish foundations. But you don't want to make it yours. You want to make yours.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can just look at people and say, oh, man, I like how they did that. Okay, baby, what do you think about this? You know what I'm saying? And then, how do you feel about this? But a lot of times, man, I wish I can. But you don't know the hell them folks went through to get to where they are right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I explain marriage like this a lot of times. Or you do even relationships. A lot of times, you have one individual in the relationship that's going to be up here. It's just like a balance beam.
Right.
They're going to be feeling a certain type of way about this and whatever, and it's going to cause friction.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're not going to see the other person's point of view, and then y'all going to go through y'all thing, and then all you got to do is just wait to hold on, because what happens, what goes up, it got to come down. And so it's just, the next thing you know, then the other partner, boom, it shifts. Every person, even myself, a lot of people I talked to said the same thing, and they agree. And I believe God gave me this analogy. And it's like, okay, now the other person is in that same position, you're not understanding what they're talking about, and so now they up and you down, and it's like, just hold on just a little bit longer, because the next stop is balance.
Yep.
It's like now you done went through the hard time, you done went through the frustration, you done went through the arguments, you done went through the disagreements, because y'all was seeing from two different lenses. Now both of y'all grew in your own way, and so now that thing begins to balance out, and then once it balances out, now y'all can rise to the top together. But a lot of time what happens is we want to leave when the imbalance comes. And that could be whether it's your relationship or business idea or whatever, is when the imbalance comes, that's when we want to bail and jump ship. But you never know what could have been had you been consistent and stuck it out.
Because it creates certain traits. Yeah, go ahead.
I often say something about the traits, because because you are heavy in personal development, so you know the importance of having mentors and people around you who have been where you're going, who can steer you in the right direction. That's why the other day, after I had left counseling, I was like, yo, Mike, you know what I'm saying, because you the bro. So I was like, bro, hey, you mind me and my girl and go on some dates with, you know what I'm saying, you and wife, you know what I'm saying, just so we can be in the atmosphere of seasoned individuals, and just to be in the atmosphere, period. Because of healthy.
So I said seasoned individuals. Seasoned. Y'all old, man. Y'all old.
No. It just,
I was just missing.
No, it just that being on the inside of
burnt seasoned Creole,
little smoked paprika. Little smoked paprika.
Smoked paprika.
Little smoked paprika. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Straight from the house with the robe.
Straight from the house. You know what I'm saying? But just being in the atmosphere of two individuals who are embedded and cemented in their faith. That's one.
Yeah.
Because y'all gonna see life different than a couple. You know what? I call it beautiful sin. It looks so good. It looks so good, but it's not right.
But it's so bad.
But you got the couples who they got the money, they even get along great, but their foundation is not. So it looked beautiful, but if you peel back all the Louis and peel back the Yukon and peel back how much they go out on vacations and how much they eat lunch, it's not solid. It's not. It's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like just to be around individuals who are embedded in their faith, who have been married for years, and who are older than both of us, it's almost like mentorship. I just want to just be around to see how real people love on each other. Who have love on each other, meaning when you're around a couple like that, you're seeing two people loving the ugly parts of the other person.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
You're loving, like when you wake up in the morning and that breath be hitting, that's what they're loving. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing two people love on each other faults and accepting them. And that's what people need to see.
And then sometimes you don't know who you're going to wake up to. Because you're constantly changing and evolving in one way or another. It can be good or it can be bad.
True.
Exactly.
You don't know who you're going to wake up with.
Who you?
Who you
especially when and it can be both ways. I'm not just talking from a female, but especially when hormones and imbalances and things begin to change as you get older. Things move, your body move different, and might not move as quick as it used to. You know,
for sure.
You gotta learn. It's all of that stuff. So it's like, and this is what I don't get. And so the person that's listening to this, I hope you take this in the right way. Just love who you are. Because what's triggering my mind right now while you're talking about that is, especially with the females, with the BBLs and the alterations of everything. And because when you're in a relationship and you're in it for the long haul, once again, you don't know what you're going to get. So you got to be able to stick it out and be. What's the lady name? that was always able to calm the Hulk down. What's the girl name?
She able to calm the what? Hold what down?
The who?
That calms the Hulk. Every time it was only this one glare that could calm Hulk down.
Oh.
The lady that was in the comic, like she was always able to calm him down.
I don't even know.
I can't remember her. But you got to be like that. You got to be the calm to the person's Hulk, and they can go be either male or female. You know, because at the end of the day, you if you're in it for the long haul, you it's just like that balance beam. You got to weigh it out. You know, you may be up, and then the other person may be down for a season. It may not be for a day. It could be for a whole season, and the season can last years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we 24 next month. We 24 in, 24 deep, and it wasn't easy. Yeah. You know, you two people raised two different ways. No situation better than the other, just two different circumstances.
Yeah.
And so then every day you're gonna come up with something. They may tell you something, or you may not have realized something. You may have been traumatized from a childhood, and you didn't know, and you didn't tell the spouse, and it triggered something, and now the spouse looking at you kind of crazy because you never shared it with them. Then that creates a whole nother battle. Yep. So, but what we're talking about tonight, what you have to look at the underlying trait.
Yeah.
Dang.
Can that person rely on you? Are you reliable?
Yeah.
Facts.
Are you gonna bail on me when it gets hard because I didn't know I was dealing with this and now it's coming out in this situation? Are you gonna stick it out with me, or are you gonna bail because you don't recognize the person that you married?
Can you handle confrontation? Are you a runner or not?
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Bro,
Is she going?
them runners, bro, them track stars are. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary because I don't know if something happened, are you gonna dip? That's scary. Like,
man, bro.
That, like, I've seen people beat people up for running when, like, something I ain't finna say where I was at, but I was in Tampa somewhere, and then a fight broke out. It was two different neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? And one of the homies who was talking like he was all the parties he there. All the parties he there. Every time we're in the mall he there. Every time someone try to get a female, he like, hey, see, she got a cousin. That guy. You know what I'm saying? Hook me up. He ain't got no gas money.
That guy.
But you know, he had to get for the gab or whatever. So every time it's a festivity, he was there. Something broke out, bro. He ran, bro. They beat him, bro. They beat him for running. Like, don't run on me.
Wow.
Like, don't run on me. Like, just be for real about what's going on. We can work on, but don't. Bro, a runner is dangerous. You scary. You don't have no backbone. You don't have you fragile. Like, you got so much. You got so much stuff on the inside of you that can be used, utilized. That can help build an empire. But you scared when you gonna run. You can't build nothing. You can't build nothing. You're not like almost not reliable. Stop running.
Right. Right.
Stay here and drown with me a little bit.
Right.
Don't run.
Right.
What you running for?
Yeah.
What you running for?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna never have nothing solid if you run. Who you gonna be with? A whole bunch of y'all running? Everybody running
this way, they running that way.
Everybody running. Who you gonna be with?
Right.
You get a run.
Right. Yeah, man.
You feel me?
Bruh.
So a person like that is damn. I'd rather you be here and don't know what to do than to run.
You'll figure it out together.
At least you'll try to figure it out.
You just try to figure it out, but just don't run.
Yeah, and honestly, that's the beauty of it.
Oh man, to keep it real, running is cowardly. You a coward, bro.
Yeah.
You a coward, bro. You a coward. You got too much potential to help build an empire, but you a coward. That the word coward just hit different.
It do.
Yeah.
It do.
Yeah. I mean, it plays a bit. I've been in circles, man, where
Hold on, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Some people have reasons they like that though, but you gotta dig them traits up. You can replace traits. Cause we talking about traits, right?
Yeah.
You can replace traits. Do a trade-off. Replace them. But if you don't,
That's the it hit different when you said it.
Yeah, you can replace those traits. You have a trade-off. You can. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, bro, you just gonna drop a bomb like that?
yeah, you can. You can, bro, because for
He
the
ain't
ones
ready.
for the ones who got that good stuff in them, bro. When we pinpoint that stuff, hold on, that right there, that got to get switched out.
Right.
That got to get switched out immediately
Right.
because you got something here.
Right.
That got to get switched out.
That's like emergency surgery right there, dog.
It's emergency surgery.
Yeah.
That appendix bust, take them back there right now. Right now. That got to get switched because if you don't, you can die. You go deal with this right now because if you don't, you will never. You will never. If. You will never if. English. You will never if.
I really want y'all to get this.
You will never have.
Bring it.
You-
bring
you
it.
would not-
Bring it back. Bring
if.
it.
You will never be placed in a position that's solid if you don't work on that.
That's good. Yeah.
You will never be able to leave a legacy if you don't work on that. You will never have a solid relationship if you don't work on that. You will never if. You got too much. Do a trade-off. Let's go. Stop playing around.
Dang, boy, you just messed me up with that one.
We talking about traits. We talking about traits, right?
yeah, you right.
Cause we talking about traits.
Let me get up off the floor.
You know what I'm saying? So and it's not fair if you're not doing the work on your traits and people around you are doing the die-hard work on their traits. It's not fair.
Nope.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even come around here if you're not. Don't even come around. You ever seen the person on the everybody picking the basketball team? The guy who right there, like, bro, don't even come around here, bro. You ain't even real balling like that. Stop playing. We playing full court right now. We not playing 21. Okay? After full court is over, then you can come over here. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying?
What they do to you?
You feel me? All because
Right off, went off that easy.
you feel me?
Snap.
Yeah, I love it.
You feel me? Because
How
you're
bad
not,
do you want it?
you're not doing the work on your traits. You got too much potential to be something great if you're not working on traits. You just told me that the other week. And I was with that, but I'm talking about with people, how people can really relate relationally. Bro, you got too much. Stop messing with all these females, bro. Stop. Pray. Get in your prayer closet. Ask God to help you with your lust, bro. Because you got too much stuff on the inside of you to be messing with all these women. Now women don't trust you. Women, female. You got to stop running. Can't no man really trust you. I can't believe nothing you say because you running. You running. You're not reliable. You a coward. How can I leave my legacy with a coward, bro? I've been through too much hell to be with a coward, bro.
Bro, a coward will leave your legacy right there. Not pick it up. Don't do nothing with it.
So we're talking about those traits. And they always getting on us about our traits. The man get it the worst. Or he this, or he a dog. Why is he like that? That man got trauma. You don't know why that man like that. Why is she like that? You don't know why she like that. You don't know how many men done brainwashed her, bro. You don't know what's going on with her, bro.
Bro, you coming from the last podcast.
For real.
Baggage claim.
That's that residue.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a reason why.
Baggage claim. Yeah.
It's a reason why.
Because the climate is like this. It's like, I ain't got time to be trying to, what you talking about?
Exactly.
You ain't got time. What you mean? You don't know when this stuff is going to trigger. You don't know, if you don't get to know that individual long enough and deep enough, you don't know what's going to trigger that, what you're trying to run away from.
Yep.
Exactly.
And so the worst thing I need right now is somebody that has a character trait is all they want to do is run. Because I'm telling you, man, most of the, if not all of the successful relationships that I've been able to have and been able to obtain, to been able to keep, has been because I stuck it out when everybody else ran.
Right. Yep. And then you know what's worse? I'm gonna tell you what's worse. What's worse is when a person haven't got triggered yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get triggered and you expose your stuff, I don't know if I want to deal with that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You sorry, bro.
Yeah.
You sorry.
Yeah.
You ain't no real, like, you're not really in it for my development.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you was in this for my development, then when my nastiness start coming out, you would stick by my side and walk with me through my nastiness.
Yeah.
You would be my crutch when I need to be my crutch.
Yeah.
You won't dip out of me when you see the stuff that's on the inside.
Yeah.
The stuff that when you say I do, you say I do to that nasty stuff.
Exactly.
You feel me?
I've had conversations with people. It's like this. Listen, this is like the umpteenth time we done had this conversation. I'm rocking with you, but at the end of the day, now you got to make a decision now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because I'm not just gonna bail out on you, but it's just like what the scripture say. Like if God is trying to get you to do something, you continue to do what you want to do. He's gonna turn you over to a reprobated mind. He's gonna turn you over to yourself.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get mad at everybody because nobody wants to deal with you because you presented yourself in a way that nobody wants to deal with because people was trying to help you then and then they just like, oh, don't nobody want to help me. Well, yeah, no, you had people that tried to help you, but now they done turned you over to yourself.
Yeah.
And you got to be real with that. So we trying to hit everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to stick through that.
Because I've had conversations, and like I said, that a lot of my relationships has been because I've stuck, especially like with mentoring kids, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's common sense. When I went to the prisons, man, and even being at the school, like it's like when I went out there, it's like, I'm not fit to come out here any kind of way. I'm fit to come out here. I'm fit to go here, or I'm fit to do this particular way because I already know in their mind because of how this generation they run.
Too much.
They don't take care of their responsibilities. That's why we're living in a fatherless generation. Nobody wants to take care of their responsibilities. Man, take care of your freaking responsibilities, man. Don't piss me off. Bro, I did a message at a school one day. I don't know if I think I told y'all. It's been a little while ago. And it just hit me. Sometimes you just be in the moment. It's like, God, I let God do his thing. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if I'm in the church house or the schoolhouse. It's God. Mm-hmm. And I just felt it. And I stopped midstream in my message. I said, let me ask y'all this. I said, how many of y'all got fathers that are in your life right now? I'm talking about they did the event and it was in the cafeteria. I can count the hands that went up. I can count the hands that went up in a cafeteria full of students. When I said how many fathers are actively I ain't say how many of y'all got fathers. I said how many fathers are actively involved in your life, and I can count the hands that went up. So we're dealing with a generation that don't want to take care of their responsibilities
at all.
So I'm going to help you. So I'm coming in there with the mindset already knowing this. So the first thing you're trying to do, you're trying to figure out if you can trust me because everybody that you came across left you.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right.
What can we do? You know what I'm saying? So it's even like, boy, we're giving you nuggets, man. Like even in business, like what can you do? Like you can implement that in your business. Like I have my set fees, but based on the relationship that I have with individuals, certain schools and corporations, based upon the relationship that I have with them, you just might get a little bit something different with the same price.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Because of the relationship, but that's a character trait that have been developed. That's saying that, you know what, this is how I'm gonna operate. Whether they do this or whether they don't, this is how I operate, and that's how you be able to build a sustainable relationship with whatever it is you're trying to do. That's why I am a principles guy. When you read my materials, it's principle based. Mm-hmm. I produce strategies off principles, not principles off strategies.
Hold on. Say it one more time. I couldn't even repeat what you just said.
I'm principle based, man.
So
I produce strategies off principles and not principles off strategies.
Wow.
Cause that's what everybody. If I'm being driven by a strategy, then I'm gonna be tossed to and fro. I'm always gonna be like, man, what's the biggest strategy? How can I get this? How can I obtain this? And I'm hurting people in the process. I'm bleeding on people in the process because all I'm doing is I'm chasing strategy. But principle will say, hold up, man, that's not what you stand for.
Yeah, principles don't change. I got you.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Principle will say, yeah, you could do that, but if you do that, you're gonna bleed on all them people right there.
Look, I was just reading in Luke today. When Jesus, he was talking, I find y'all call from my head. He was speaking, and he was just basically like, he was telling his new disciples. He just picked the 12, and he was preaching. So he was telling I think at this point he turned. He was talking to his flock, with his disciples, and he was telling them different stuff. And then at one point, he said, "If you do these things." I'm going to show you what, I'm paraphrasing y'all, please don't come from my head. If you do these things, I think it's in chapter 6. If you do these things, I will show you what a man this is like. This is like a man who has dug deep and built his foundation on rock. And then he said, basically, next verse, don't come from my head, y'all. He said, and if he don't, it's like a man who built his house on earth. King James Version say earth. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what you're talking about. Like, then the other stuff, the strategy is just the sand. You know what I'm saying? The principle is this is the foundation.
It's the foundation
of how you deal with every. I don't care if it's an atheist. If you deal with every human like this, you're gonna be solid. Yeah,
you don't have to think like I think, but we can have a conversation, dog.
And still be respectful.
And still be respectful. You respect me. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's a principle, dog. And that comes from people I've been around too. Like you said, trade off. Oh, bro, that was just so. Oh man,
the trade off.
That was like you said, trade off. Like until I got up under my pastor. You know what I'm saying? The conversations that I've had with people from different religions, different belief systems, different things of that nature. It took me being up under somebody to be able to sit there and hold a conversation with a universalist and not be judgmental, bro. But can find a common ground in what we both believe.
Yep.
That came from a trade-off. I didn't come with that. I got connected with somebody that had that.
Bro, I had to trade off last week. I told you I was having problems with management.
Yeah.
So I had to. I went. Luckily, God know what he be doing, bro. He know what he be. They sent me the thing. Was like, can you serve on this Wednesday? Weeks prior, I hit. I did not know I was gonna go through that and hear Pastor Murphy say that on that Wednesday. I went in there. He said what he said. I had to trade off my train of thought. Like, you know what? Let me stop bucking the authority here. Yes, they are retarded. Oh, sorry. My girl gonna get on me about that. My bad, Faith.
You gonna stay in the hot seat, right?
Yeah, she be on my head. Faith be on my head, boy.
You gonna stay in the hot seat, like, my bad.
My bad.
It's I was in moment.
She gonna be on my head.
Yeah, the insurance bucket ready.
My bad, mama. But yes, they are. Yes, they are mentally challenged, but at the same time, they are in a certain position. That's not my position. And even though they spent 20 years to make almost what you're making, they spent 20 years is smacking what you're getting paid. You spent 20 years doing this, 20 years. Walking around the same hospital, you done seen everything changing here.
Right.
You seen everything changing here. You know what I'm saying? So you have to respect that. So I had to trade off, and bro, ever since I traded off, it's been peaches and cream, because I make it peaches and cream. I make sure that I constantly trade, and it's all the time. Everybody has to trade off something. You have to switch out those traits, bro, because it's different levels for stuff. You can't even deal with certain people if you can be around people say the energy off. They can tell. You ain't gotta say anything. So that energy, that stuff it's a build up. So I had to trade off last week. So I'm not just saying something just like you have to trade that stuff off.
Right.
In order to make this situation as prosperous as you can.
Right.
Because you have the control over that situation.
Right.
Over how you act in that situation. Over the energy you bring to that situation.
Because if you don't, you'll start rebelling.
Yeah.
And then rebellion leads to other doors and avenues.
What's so funny, Mike?
No, I'm just saying, boy, you opened up Pandora's box. Boy, you said a mouthful, boy. Good Lord have mercy.
I'm just saying.
Hey, do what you do, dog.
I'm just saying. You feel me?
Do what you do, boy. That trade-off real, though.
Yeah, it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, I'm too hard of a worker to have a sucky attitude about God raising me to be a servant. I'm too hard of a worker to be in there with a slave mentality. God, like, son, what are you doing? Yes, they are mentally challenged. Duh. You sliding through here. She spent 25 years here. She's not sliding nowhere. So you need to pray for her, pray for your department, and switch your mindset so you can be light whoever I send you. That's your job. You're doing the job while doing the job. So trade that off so I can use you. So other people can see what I put inside of you. Trade that off. Man, you got too much. You got so much leadership qualities. Stop messing with this. Stop messing with him. Trade that off.
That's crazy, though.
Girl, you got too much stuff inside of you. Stop doing that. Trade that off. Stick with this person right here. Build with this man right here. Let that other man go. Officially let him go so you can build right here, because it's something I got for both y'all. Trade that crap off. Let's go. Stop playing. Let's go. Let's go. Stop
Girl,
playing.
You got me thinking. You got me thinking over here. Because it's like, if you don't trade it off, bro, you'll be complaining about something that God already equipped
You've been
you
a
with.
hamster wheel forever.
For real.
I want to hear all that, the same thing over and over. Well, did you trade it off? No, I don't want to hear it then.
Like what I call
I don't want to hear it then, bro. Stop playing with me.
That's what I call rocking chair syndrome. You're moving but ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we told me that, boy. I said, boy, man, you crazy for that. I said, what?
He moving, yeah, but he in the same place.
I said, that's funny, boy. I said, boy, you killed that. You killed that one, boy. I said syndrome.
Rocking chair syndrome. Well, you're moving, but you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Get off the hamster wheel, son. Get off the hamster wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man. Oh my God. Oh man. Boy, did we come out the gate on that one. Bro. But yes, man. Hey, Dub, you got something you want to leave out, man?
Dub, you are the King Griffey of the team.
Bro, you done blow Dub mine over here.
It's like, you know how sometimes you just get in a place of you'll start to get a sucky attitude, though.
Yeah.
And everything you're like, well, why? It's just like you complain about something God equipped you with that He's showing you through them that you're equipped to handle and do, but you just flying off the handle.
Yeah.
Oh, it clicks when you hear it a whole different way.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let me trade that off. Because then you'll start working poorly. You'll start poorly doing everything. It'll affect how you move and who you is as a person.
And if you don't trade out certain stuff where you're at, you're gonna mess around and poison your current situation because you still dibbing dabbling stuff that you should let go. Like trade that stuff off, man. Let's go. Stop playing. Be planted where you're at. It's hard to be planted where you're at. It's hard to be planted where you're at. Sometimes you don't like where you're at.
Bro, honestly,
you know what I'm saying?
You said what needed to be said within, like you already said it earlier. Trade off. That's the most important thing
that's
we need to leave with them, bro. Like that's already I ain't
trade it off. Trade it off.
That probably gonna be the name of the podcast.
I like that. Trade off.
It just stick, bro. It just hit different.
You just named the podcast. But well, that's what's up, man. We gonna wrap it up then, man. I'm gonna say this right here. It goes. I was listening to Mike Tomlin, and for those that are not, avid sport watchers, Mike Tomlin is the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so, you got these guys that operate on a high level time after time, year after year. can be cut at any given time, even though they do have a contract. They deal with a lot of things, and so he's basically addressing the team, and I'm just going to paraphrase it, basically saying, hey, you are those guys. You made it this far. But at the end of the day, here we are again. It's a new season. Who are you going to be this year that you wasn't last year?
Facts.
What you going to do today that you didn't do yesterday? That's basically what he was addressing the team. He was like, because you have to reinvent yourself every day. That's basically what he was addressing the team. And so, like, what do you have to trade off to become the person that you need to become? And it don't stop today. Every morning that you awaken is another day for you to trade off a bad trait for a good trait. Something that's causing you frustration. You may have to be frustrated for a season longer than you want it to be, but can you endure the process and get through it and extract what you're supposed to get out of it while you plant it? Like they just said, sometimes you, like Alexndr said, you might not like where you plant it, but where you plant it has nutrients.
It does.
At the end of the day, what can you extract from the nutrients from where you plant it, but before you get depotted and moved into another situation in an environment? And so, man, we just want to leave that with y'all. So whether it's, whether you're trying to start a business, expand a business, build on your relationship with your spouse, your mate, your kids, whatever it is, man, what we're trying to do is we're all trying to become better versions of ourselves. And we have to do that by determining the things that we want out of life, the people that we want in our life, and the things that we want to be able to accomplish, not only through our life, but in the lives that we leave when we leave this place. And so, man, this has been another one, man. This has been a live one. This has been a hot one. And so, man, I think, man, you might want to go back and replay this one again.
Yeah.
So, but, man, we love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Yeah. And just keep rocking with us, man. We're going to try to continue to bring some content that'll be a blessing to not just you, but people that you share your lives with. So,
for sure.
Y'all know how it go, man. Y'all remember this, man. Shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.